Hello there, and as usual, I'm Aaron from Last Day Gamers, and welcome. So today we're taking a look at a number of different drones that you guys submitted to bolster my drone fleet forces. So we had a few issues with the previous drones that I've designed, is they are not dangerous enough and they're quite easily destroyed. So I've set you guys the challenge of building your own, and this is what has made it to this stage of testing. I've had to eliminate a lot of the other ones that were submitted due to problems with being stable, things with weapons, and the main factor that I eliminated a number on was just being far too dangerous. I don't want to wipe Captain Jack off the face of the planet, I just want to cause him enough trouble and create an enemy that is a challenge for him to compete against. So we'll go right to the front here. On each one of these blocks underneath, I've listed the name and the name of the creation, just so I don't forget as we're going through, I'll mess people's names up. So first off, we've got the Viper Automated Attack Drone Mark 1 by PadThai, and what I really like about this is the tilted sort of turrets that we've got here. We've got 4, so that's double the firepower of my drone, and he's also kept it within the colour scheme. So you've got the pink inner sort of rods. The only thing I can see Captain Jack having a good moan at me for this is the amount of rotors. So we've got 4 rotors stuck on there to cause some absolute worship to Clang himself. So let's move on to the next ship here, or the next little drone. So this is the Doorbuster Atmospheric Attack Drone by Jam8957. Now what I like about this is the positioning of the turrets itself. So you can see we've got 3 Gatling turrets on the bottom, and we've got a single rocket turret on the top. And now this is just going to give a little bit more firepower to my drones. And I've been very worried about adding rockets to the top, but I think this might be the one to actually attempt to add a rocket pod on. And by the way, as we're going through these, I want you to think about your 2 favorite ones to actually use, because we're going to pick 2 of our favorites, and they will be the ones that are going to be used in the next battle against him and his forces. So let's move on to the next one. So what I really like about this particular one, we'll quickly show the design. So this is the OneWay Light Attack Drone by SAW. And what I like about this is you can see how on either antenna we actually have these little decoy blocks, and this is going to create fire going left and right of the actual drone itself, allowing the drones to survive a little bit longer. And it's not an upgrade in weaponry in this, it's just an upgrade that it's going to survive longer, it's going to get closer to the target because of them decoy blocks that I think could be very useful. But at the same time, remember, Captain Jack and his forces don't tend to use too many automated turrets, so it is a little bit of a risk adding an extra factor. Now moving on, this guy, I really like the heavily armored aspect of it. So this is the Quadcopter Attack Drone Mark 1 by Karimun. And you can see what I really like about it is just how thick the armored cells are around different components. So you can see this central cell, you can see there's a little bit of exposed armor here, but we've got enough protection around that battery to keep this drone in the fight a bit longer. What's even better is we have a total of 4 Gatling Cannons. Now I doubt all the Gatling Cannons will be able to be used at once due to the thickness of that hull. Just have a look at some of the detailing they've got going on the side. We've got a bit of light, and what's great about this particular design, it's very immersive for someone to shoot at it. You're going to see a lot of different areas explode, cause different damage. You could even sever an engine bay off that. I think it's going to be quite nice for Captain Jack to actually shoot at. Now next up, we've got something even more compact than my drones themselves, and this is the GS4242 by, well, it's a patrol drone by Thane Greyhaven, and I really like the idea of this. I like the compact nature of it. The only issue I see is not a massive improvement of the firepower that we've already got, but the compact nature means that this guy could pretty much blend into the ground as a piece of grass somewhere near a bush or a tree, pop up and cause some havoc to his base defenses. Now moving on, we've got something a little bit more crazy. This is the Ufo Mega Drone, and this is a stock MG version. The other one's a bit more dangerous, and this is by Blanchdog. And if we actually have a look around it, the first thing you'll notice from above is the crazy light pattern, designed probably to disorientate the enemy from below, not to be able to pinpoint and pick out them turrets. We've got 4 turrets underneath this time, so that's even more firepower, well, double the usual. But on top, we also have 4 as well. So this means if it's attacked from fighters from above, it's protected, and if it's attacked from below, and you've got this really cool thruster arrangement, something a little bit different. If it's painted up in drone colours, the only thing that I don't particularly like is the amount of cameras actually on this drone. Imagine if I wanted to control this manually and I select the one of the ROG 1000 cameras. But on the top, you can see we've got ourselves a control panel. We've also got the laser antenna. Just a really funky alternative sort of drone ship, something definitely very alien in nature. So moving on to the final little drone here, we've got ourselves the Fearless Combatant by eafdave. Now, this particular drone nearly didn't pass the stability testing due to it not having any side thrusters. So you can see there's no thrusters pointing to the left and right, so meaning it can get itself into a nasty little drift. But what I do like about it, once again, is the armament combination, as well as how he's put the struts on these engines. I could feel these engines would be very satisfying for Captain Jack and the guys to blow one of them off, but at the same time it offers the threat of the rocket pod. We've got a single camera on the front, and we've also got these cool little diamonds that he's built on the side, just to create maybe like an eye or something a little bit more into the artwork of the drone itself. So they're the drones that I've picked from a hell of a long list. If you didn't make it into the list, or these particular drones that I picked out, I'm sorry about that. There was some amazing submissions, and now I'm going to leave it to you guys to pick 2 of these to face in the next battle against Captain Jack. Anyway, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Leave your answer or your choices in the comment section below, and I will see you